Franson from the Created in the Image of God studios. I'm live at 8:12 a.m. Saturday morning, and I'm doing this sneak peek live at this early time in honor of Saturday morning cartoons. Before we joined a religious group that kept the seventh-day Sabbath, I was up every morning, Saturday morning, bright and early, sitting in my pajamas in front of ABC, CBS, or NBC, one of the three channels, watching Saturday morning cartoons. The lineup was Bugs Bunny, not so interesting, Casper the Ghost, maybe less so, Adam Ant, Superman, the Marvel comic heroes, and many other cartoons. What a delight to wake up Saturday morning and watch Saturday morning cartoons for hours until my dad would come in, yell at me to get up and do something productive. Later, we weren't able to because of the seventh-day Sabbath, as I mentioned. But this sneak peek being done Saturday morning in honor of this coming Tuesday's show may have solved that problem. Watch this. Hello, everyone. This is Wade Franson. I'm the host of Created the Image of God. This is the sneak peek for Tuesday night show. I'm here with Nimrod-Avraham, who is hailing to us from Israel. Hello, Nimrod.
Hello, Wade. Lovely to be here.
Thank you. And so for our audience, we're going to share a little bit about God's Gang, which was an idea that you actually pitched to the Disney company. So tell our guests about that moment when you pitched this idea to Disney and what happened.
So I remember I was the young Disney Channel's marketeer, and I came with two ideas. One was to fly the first kid into orbit, which didn't work that well with the Disney executives, knowing that in 2006, space tourism was not yet safe enough.
You mean they didn't want to be responsible for, killing the first kid in space?
Yes, that's true. And then I remember standing on stage and thinking to myself, would it be cool to take the Power Rangers and make them an interfaith group? Why not make one of them a Christian, the other one a Muslim, a Jew, a Hindu, and show that they can coexist? And I had a room full of 120 Disney executives clapping their hands.
Amazing. But that one was also, perhaps, we don't know, but perhaps deemed a little bit too risky for Disney to engage in. And so ultimately they did not create that show. But because of a coincidental event, which we'll share with our guests on the show, or with our audience on the show, you eventually decided to create the idea on your own. We're about to now go to a quick trailer. And when we come back, I'm going to ask you a question about this show that will not actually be answered on the show. So we're going to encourage everyone to watch this sneak peek, but also come and watch the show officially. So here's the trailer for God's Gang.
Friendship and laughter and flying kicks. Only together the world we can fix. God's Gang. For different things. And saving the day. Love from above. We may not agree on when to pray, but when we join hands, help us on the way. Crisscross is kind but never weak. He'll blow you away with his other turn sheet. Ninja has the power to analyze 18 ways to stop the bad guy. Taekwondo Hindu can hear the words of animals, insects, plants, and birds. Sumo Slim can spin a tail to capture our enemies without fail. Together we're better, we stand for each other, fighting for others, for now and forever.
So I predict, or you might say prophesy, that this is going to be just an amazing show with so much information, so many stories. People are just going to love this show as much as talking about the Created in the Image of God show and also the God's Gang animated series. But the question that I have that did not get asked or answered on the show, I predict, is So you've got a Jew, a Hindu, a Jew, a Muslim, and a Christian representing the three Abrahamic monotheistic religions, but then you have this Hindu person. Will that cause offense? You know, in terms of people's conception of the one monotheistic God? What's your take on that?
So first of all, I think Taekwondo Hindu is a super cool character, and the more the audience will get to know her, they would also realize that even Hindus believe that there's a single creator, single energy that created the multiple gods in the universe.
Wonderful. So
many people surprised.
So I assume one of the reasons for having an animated series like this is to actually educate people about what these religions have in common, and there's a whole lot more in common than people realize.
Actually, we don't want to educate anyone. We want to entertain by telling good stories, and we use a spiritual core, and the spiritual core is basically running on shared values between people: kindness, compassion, truth, smiles, love, etc. But it's covered with mainstream entertainment, action, adventure, comedy.
Well, thank you. As a parent of children who are perhaps, not the primary target audience, being a little bit older, this is the kind of show that I certainly would have welcomed as a parent of younger children, and perhaps we'll introduce it to my kids as well. But anyway, we'll be learning a whole lot more about you, where you come from, your origin story, and I want to invite all of our guests to tune into the tune into the show this Tuesday night, 8:00 p.m. Central Time, as it is every Tuesday night. Any final words of this sneak peek before we wrap it up?
Well, I invite everybody to join the God's Gang channel on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and X. And there's the full pilot episode that we produced, a 13-minute episode, which is, I cannot testify about it because we've created it. Yes. But I have a feeling many of your audience will enjoy it.
Awesome. So we'll have the producers of the show put the links right down here on the sneak peek, so that people can already have a sense and a taste of what this show is all about before they tune in to hear more from you.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Bye now.